CES is the global meeting place for all things tech, whether it be hardware, software, automotive, AR, VR, XR, drones, audio systems, voice, everything related to technology and the latest things that are happening right now. So everything that's trending, it's here at the show, and I wanted to come in as my inaugural live stream of 2019, and I wanted to let you guys know what I've been tuning into. So let me know what the signal is like for you, since this is one of my first live streams in a while on my YouTube channel. I want to make sure the live stream is strong. So let me go ahead and put my headphones in. So normally I have it plugged in already, but I had it in my phone. So let's see what the signal is like right now. Checking. And then I'll go over my recap of day 1 and day 2, the booths that I went to visit and what I checked out. So I'm going to bring up the chat screen as well so that I can see your comments. Oh, you guys are back. Hey, Mike. So what I'm seeing is that the signal is pretty strong on my end. It's kind of warming up, but are any frames dropping for you? Let me know. See that? We had a stream earlier, if you guys are looking over here. What about Periscope? Yes, I have to get on Periscope too. You're right. So I'll do Periscope. We'll try that out next. Thanks for saying that, Michael. Okay, so since it looks like the audio is good, the visuals are good, I'm going to do my little recap. Let's see. I'm opening up in the mobile app because, as you guys know, YouTube has an app and you can watch live streams there, so you can watch my live stream right now. It looks a little delayed for me, but I do see that my signal, the green bar just came across. So when you live stream on YouTube, you'll get like a little indicator that the signal is strong or it's not. And right now I see that the indicator just went green. So it looks like it's good. We're live. All right, CES 2019. So I go almost every year since I've been old enough to attend. So I get an alumni badge now. So that's what we have right here. Super excited to be here right now. I know it doesn't look like Las Vegas Convention Center. That's because I'm actually at ARIA in the conference space area, because they have these breakout sessions where there's like keynotes and C-Space stage interviews and things like that. So I just listened to an event by Elle Magazine, and they had Instagram representative. They had an influencer who was giving her take on storytelling. So that's why I'm here in the C-Space at ARIA. But I head back to Las Vegas Convention Center, Sands, all the other properties that are hosting the event as well tomorrow. So let's see, how many people are here? First of all, put your name in the comments so that I can say hello. So I can say hello to you. I'm pulling up the live stream right now, and I'm watching it. So if you say hello, I can go ahead and greet you as well. Oh, you know what? You guys are on a private stream. For what it looks like is that if you haven't subscribed, you wouldn't get this link. So I must have set it to private, which is good. If you're subscribed, when you get early notification. I'm going to put the chat up here so I can see who said hello. So Mike is here. Angie's here. Oh my goodness. Hi, Angie. I'm doing a live stream. What's the signal like for you? So the hashtag for CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, is 2019. And if you want to watch any of the conferences live, you can go to http //live.ces.tech, and you can see some of the same events that I'm seeing. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, I'm going to take this down and go to the chat so I can see more of your comments. You guys are the best. I'm actually just going to close this one because I can bring it up on the screen, but this is what it looks like. If you go to live.ces.tech, it'll let you can search through the events that are about to happen, and the ones that are being live streamed, you guys can watch them as if you're here with me right now. So I think that's pretty cool. Hi, Michael. So that was one of my tips. Also, download the CES app. It looks like this. And when you go in there, it's the entire agenda for every single day. Are you eating dinner while watching? Cool. Perfect. Yeah, let me know what you guys are doing. But this is what the app looks like when you open it up. And it updates the schedule. You see that down there, because sometimes there's cancellations or the times change. And so you can stay up to date and know where you should be, because I've been bouncing between Las Vegas Convention Center, Sands, Venetian, are going back and forth. But if anything, check this first, because if anything moves dates or times or something cancels, you need to know before you head on over, because it's going to take you a good 30 minutes to settle in, and then you've missed another event by then. So this app has been invaluable. If you ever come to CES, download it and plan your agenda before it even starts, so that you know exactly what you're doing, because it's easy to get sidetracked and you'll totally miss the booths that you wanted to see, because you'll see like some dancing robot, or the robot will start following you and talking to you, and then you'll just be lost. Or you'll get inside of a future car and you're like, wait, it's supposed to be at what time? I just missed the OLED screens, like ginormous screens that fold up. Like, it's real, guys. You've heard about it, but it's real and it's here. LG did a keynote the Dr. IP Park, and they had the first CES robotic co-speaker. Like, it was introducing the robot, Chloe was introducing the next guest and everything, answering questions live. I thought it wasn't real, but it was real. Next, I'm going to check out tomorrow Eureka Park in the startup zone, all the companies that have these great ideas, or maybe they're just in the startup zone. They're looking for funding, or they want to launch their product. They're in that area. LG, Samsung, Nikon. They had a beautiful section here for Nikon. I haven't gone by to see the cameras yet. 360 cameras. Insta360 has the 11K Titan. I'm like, wow, and I got to see it in person, and I got to talk with the team. I told them how much I love my Insta360 One X. If you guys haven't seen it, hop over to Insta. Actually, so many use cases for VR in healthcare and in travel and tourism, etc. So here we go. So the CTA, oh, I forgot to check your comment. Hang on. There you go. Angie says cool, and that's amazing. Okay, I have to remember to check chat. I haven't been here in a while. Okay, so the VP of Marketing, Steve Koenig, he first on the day 0 went over the 2019 trends to watch in tech. So one of the first ones was voice. Voice is actually now a legit option to interact with tech. I'm reading my notes, guys. I took lots of notes to share with you. So voice before used to be like, oh, it's kind of George Jetson-like, but they did the numbers, they did the data on how many people have a smart speaker in their home, like one of the Amazon Dots or Alexa, the Show, all those different smart speakers, and a lot of people do. A lot of people were gifted it recently, and they're really affordable now. So voice is actually a legit option to interact with technology. There's more vessels, appliances, automotive, digital assistants. They're going to be like on hand and native actually in products. There's actually a fleet of like 4 cars coming out with Amazon Alexa built into it. How crazy is that? Pretty crazy. So I'm checking your comments every now and then. I'll be back. So yes, cars coming out with Alexa built into it, like Michael Knight, you know, like Kit, like actually talking to your car. We're not talking about just hands-free your phone. It's like built into and linked to your phone. You can just talk to it. Alexa, Google Assistant, Siri, and also the support will be there. And with Amazon Alexa, you have 60,000 skills now. Did you guys know that? They did a panel where it was like NPR, you know how they're legendary in news and storytelling on radio. Well, it kind of breathed new life into their brand with Alexa, because now request to listen to NPR radio on Alexa. You can request to hear a certain story or a certain topic. And so, I mean, I was just like, wow, mind blown with them going through the archives of NPR stories and being able to just put on Alexa. You could just wake up in the morning and do your hair, brush your teeth, and start listening and getting smarter on a certain topic with NPR. Also, hi Brian, good to see you here. Hi Brian, we're live at CES and we're talking about the latest in tech. So he also covered how there's 20,000 compatible devices. Guys, I actually toured an Airstream of an Amazon Alexa enabled like home. There were over 30 appliances, so it's not just Amazon products. Like, other companies have partnered with Amazon Alexa and smart devices where you could tell Alexa to like lock your doors, roll up or down the shutters. You can make certain settings, presets for like good morning. When you wake up in the morning, it'll start with music and your shutters will open. The shower head will turn on. What was something else that happened? Oh, the coffee pot will start to boil. Like, to me, this is reminding me of things like Black Mirror. You know, like, have you ever seen that show about the future of tech? But it's now. Let's see. But this is real. Oh, thank you, Angie. Yes, I got it in the merchandise area and the grand lobby of Las Vegas Convention Center. So without me missing our next event that I have to take notes for, let me continue in saying that we've actually been training the voice technology. You guys know that when you do Google searches or you schedule, you do voice texting or voice calls or scheduling, you're actually training, and it got smarter in recognizing different voices and accents and volumes of voice. So it's really smart. And I even went through a Google Assistant experience. I did it in 360, guys. You're going to actually feel like you're there with me. But I had my 360 camera, and I went through this cute little ride. It wasn't a roller coaster, but it reminded me of that Disneyland ride. What's the name of it? Not Around the World. Something like that. But it was showing you kind of a day in the life of a smart home. Pretty cool with the Google Assistant. Google Assistant was pretty amazing because I was able to test out the Pixel 3 phone, and I ordered coffee, and then it was ready at the Starbucks here. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So 20,000 compatible devices, and there are actually more options coming. Oh, have you guys logged into your Google browser? Do you guys notice that new symbol? Let me go ahead and bring it up for you. I mean, is it new to me? Sorry for hitting the mic. Sorry for hitting the mic, but have you guys seen this? Look. Have you ever noticed that one? I didn't. Is it just me? Is it just me? The Google Lens, where it's a smart lens where you can point it at something like a shoe and it'll tell you like where in the area you can purchase it and where's the best price. Or point it at something in a piece of art and it'll give you information. Let me know in the comments if you've seen that feature and how. I thought it just started like the other day because I've never noticed it. So that's how we've been training a voice. It's convenient. That's why we've been using it. Some people who are even afraid of their information have still been using it. And it's been helping voice technology that's going to make our lives more convenient in the future, however you feel about it. AR, something else that's covered during the show. He said use cases 3 times, meaning that there's so many more use cases for augmented reality. Things like shopping and having smart mirrors in the dressing room. So like instead of carrying like maybe 3-4 items of like different colors of a dress, you could just take one dress or suit, try it on, and the smart mirror will be like, you know what, you look really good in gray. So even though you're wearing a black suit, it'll shift it to gray or blue or whatnot. So they already have shopping areas like that that have smart mirrors in it. And what was another one? Bose has AR audio. So what is that, right? AR, like I'm thinking of Snapchat and how you project like a little dancing emoji on the table or whatnot. It's kind of a mixture of reality and not reality. But Bose, you know, like the speakers, they have AR audio, and that is wearing like headphones. Instead of wearing headphones, you can actually put on a pair of cool sunglasses, and they have speakers built into them. And it sounds amazing. I haven't tested them, so I have to see if they're here or not, or if that was something we were just talking about. But they're playing around with AR audio, being able to project to make the sound amazing from a pair of sunglasses. That's cool, right? Yes, we have to go check that out, Angie. We have to. So remind me, please. You all have my Snapchat, so snap me at Rocky Nash Live and snap me. Here, I'll show you the screen. Oops, I messed up the screen, sorry. But be sure to snap me or tweet me or go gram me on Instagram in the DMs at Rocky Nash Live. That's right below. And you can also tag me at Rocky Nash Live and tell me what booth. So if you download the CES 2019 app, just tag me and be like, okay, I need to see the Nikon booth. Let me know if they have this camera, and can you Snapchat me like the features of it, and or one of the reps at the booth talking about it, and I'll try to do that for you. But make sure you follow me on Snapchat at Rocky Nash Live, because I changed my handle and I forgot to tell you guys. So back to the notes, because there are plenty for VR, which is my thing. You guys know that. So imagine being a sports fan and being able to, from your comfort of your own home, be able to put on an affordable VR headset, because the Oculus Go is super affordable. I think it's like $199. Guys, that's like a third of the cost of phones nowadays. And you can actually, so if you're a sports fan, like you put on this VR headset and you're like walking on the field with your favorite sports star, or your emoji is. Or imagine getting a special VIP tour with your favorite athlete into the locker room. And someone can create that experience in VR, or even do it live. That's amazing. Use this for tourism and education, like what I do with my favorite places around town, and I create VR photos or VR experiences. education. Those possibilities are endless for training someone. Maybe training someone on how to do a medical procedure, or even just job training and safety, as well as, oh, Ready Player One. So they brought up Steve brought up the topic of Ready Player One. Have you guys seen that movie? And it's a movie about people living in a virtual world, like the world becomes like a place where it's not friendly to live outside of sorts, so it's more people are like living in their own world through VR headsets, and they're augmenting their living space. And so let's say that you want to be a famous rock star, so they purchase that, and that's the life they live inside their VR headset. Well, the bodysuits that they would wear, with the upgrades, with like, let me see what features they had. Haptic, meaning, so you're not really feeling a hit, but it's like, it's able to simulate that. So haptic, thermal motion capture. Well, they have a Tesla suit like that. You guys look it up. They have a Tesla suit and it is like that. And it actually was able to go, I don't know, and they actually had kind of a suit like that on the floor that people were able to put on and be more immersed into an experience. It was pretty cool. So basically, the recap of that is to say that a lot of things that seemed like they were just in the movies are too futuristic are actually possible now. And, oh, did you know there's an area in Tokyo where it is a VR zone where you could climb mountains, you could experience, being in a different location, you could basically live another life. I did not know that, and that's pretty interesting. So I'm going to look that up. They have a smart car area. I went to the Audi booth. You guys know I love Audi. They had several driving experiences, and it's like a 3-level booth. I captured in 360, so you guys know I have to edit it and upload it, but I'm going to upload it before the show is over, this week rather, so that you all can walk through it as well. It was pretty cool. I've never seen a booth like that. It was like an arena of sorts, and there were cars and other smart vehicles on different levels. It was amazing. Auntie says, great to see you. Okay, see you later, Auntie. See, I love Live. Live is amazing. I'm glad it's working right now. Also, there's a company that lets you see what it's like to experience a certain tourism experience, like cruising. As far as automotive and self-driving technology, it's going to range from no automation to full automation, where it learns your preferences and then it takes that task away from you, and it will start doing that for you. So let's say you're not good at parallel parking, which we already have cars that do that. It'll just gradually be able to drive itself, and you can sit in the back seat and have breakfast and plan dinner, have meetings. They did a simulation of that. And I actually did. You guys know I rode to work like that before when I lived in China, when I was a college student, and I had an internship. And the person I was working with, my boss, he actually had a smart car, and it did drive us to work before, and we were able to have coffee and tea in the back seat and just chill. It was amazing. But where they're talking about it being more of a practical solution and more cars like that being on the road in 2030, by 2030. And by 2050, a majority of the cars being like that is the projection. And then there was a quote about npr.org/news, and saying that 20% of adults have a voice device and 8% of Americans they got a smart speaker over the holidays. And that about 77% at all ages are actually aware of what smart speakers are. So it's not something that is, well, most people understand, they know what a smart speaker is, and it's user-friendly now. So they're thinking that voice is going to be a bigger part of our lives very soon. So here at ARIA, yesterday was the first time I came here to ARIA for one of the sessions, and I went to an event called Technology's Impact on Brand Strategy. The host was Jean Foster of CTA, and the guests were Jill Kress of National Geographic, Meg Goldwife of NPR, and Raja Manar of MasterCard, and they were going over, of course, how technology affects brand strategy. I'm going to have to make this brief because I realize I have to get to the next session. Let's see what time is that before I go over that. It's updating again. Updating. I need to take a breath anyway. But it's amazing, right? It's basically, there's so many more use cases for AR, VR, XR, smart auto, things that the year before last seemed too futuristic they weren't going to be possible, but now they are. There's so many use cases, and these are products that are being sold right now. We're just seeing the latest model of it. Even my 360 camera is like 5K now, right? And now there's the 11K Titan out. It's amazing. Okay, so while this is still updating in the corner, let's continue. It's 2:54. What time did I say my session was at? Okay, I think I screenshot it. Let's see, guys. 3:35, so I have time. Whew. So the session I'm going to at 3:35 is brands and trend-setting storytelling across platforms. You know how you shouldn't market or the same on each platform, like YouTube should be used one way, Instagram should be used another, Twitter and such. So that's going to be pretty exciting because I'm a storyteller. Alright, so for the session on digital marketing, basically what the leaders and the chief marketing officers, their insights across the board are that digital marketing is basically what it is now. Print, kind of like you could do it, but how many eyes are on it? What's the impact? It's said that all companies are basically tech companies now, where if they want to stay afloat, they have to start adopting some of this new tech and using social media and digital solutions. So if you market the way, and this is interesting because I remember Roberto, I'm going to say his name again. I wish Roberto Blake was here. This show, I got to meet him at last year's CES, I believe it was. Genius, really smart. I love his YouTube channel, Roberto Blake. But even he was saying this in one of his recent videos on YouTube. But they even made it a shorter period. They said if you market the way we did 5 years ago, you're too late in the game and you won't survive. And I remember Roberto saying something like that. Yeah, if you market or the way you did 10 years ago or whatnot, you're out of date and it's not going to be successful. So you have to update your methods. So that's what they've been doing at NPR, MasterCard, and National Geographic. And I was able to meet the CMO of National Geographic and let her know that one of the reasons I became a professional photographer and one of the reasons that I became a VR artist is because of National Geographic, and I wanted to be able to share my travel experiences with people. And they actually have a channel on, I think it's, was it a Samsung Gear I had, or I put an Oculus, and National Geographic has a VR channel. So guys, check it out if you have a headset. I'm pretty sure it was a Samsung Gear VR that I had on, and I was able to go to National Geographic and see their VR stories. I was like, wow, I would love to be a content creator for National Geographic one day. Let me see if there's any comments. Okay, I think it's updating. Voice activation. NPR is Alexa friendly. You can listen to the news as a long form or brief. You just want that like update of the latest going on around the world from a reputable source like NPR. You can do that. It's kind of like NPR is like revisiting the past, where people used to gather around a radio to listen to the news. Now you can have the smart speaker in your bathroom while you're getting ready, and so your phone, because that's like gross. And you could just say, Alexa, play NPR News, and she'll start talking to you, and then you can curate what she plays, so you can get smarter on just the topics that you want to. And National Geographic, they leaned into it, inviting others to experience the journey with you. So if you haven't seen it yet, definitely search National Geographic. Alex Honnold, he free climbed Yosemite's El Capitan. It's like a 914 meter wall. He free climbed it in 360, guys. I've seen news about it, but I haven't watched it. But she was like, you will be sweating watching it because it's so amazing. Thank goodness he survived and he was there to tell the story about it. But more people are sharing experiences like that in 360, and they leaned into that type of tech. They mentioned their challenges with keeping up with all the technology and marketing, but we're not going to go over that right now because we're short on time. But if you want to know more about that, we can always have a conversation, and I can make it a topic of another broadcast. So I'm going to speak past that, but the takeaway was always be learning, researching, and be flexible. Like, don't get married to a concept for marketing, because tomorrow that type of marketing and technology might not be relevant anymore. So you just have to always have someone on your team up to date with what's going on in the world and what's the latest technology and how to use it correctly. If you're into eSports, so Able Leagues had a session on brand partnerships and the future of eSports. Like, are you going to start giving out like college scholarships for eSports players. Think about it. They are already making like $50,000 a year in salary and healthcare. And that's what they spoke about. The speakers were Daniel Cherry of Activision Blizzard Esports League, Tara Piper of the Coca-Cola Company, and Brent Weinstein was the host of United Talent Agency. And it's really a viable career. They're trying to perfect it. Everything's still in the early stages. But their esports teams being sponsored. 16-year-old young adults making a living and having health care and contributing to their living expenses. A video game player and an esports gamer. So it's pretty cool. They discussed how you can take your passion and turn it into a career. And Mr. Cherry explained exactly what CSGO or Counter-Strike Global Offensive, what a season is like. I won't break that down because I know I'm going to mess it up, but it's just like NFL, where there's, there's the playoffs, he went into detail, but he was basically saying that the league is from February to September. There's 8 to 12 players, and when they compete, it's 6 versus 6, 6v6. That's as much lingo as you're going to get from me. And moving on from that, Coke was actually one of the first brands to treat esports like a real sport. So that was interesting too. They were staying ahead of their curve. And Mr. Cherry explained to the audience that gamers have 3 dark days a week, and so they're researching on ways that they can help them to communicate with the community, to grow their audience. And the influencers are important too. They were thinking of ways they could organically market, because that's what the whole panel was about. So how can you organically market in esports? It's not as easy as like throwing a logo for Coca-Cola on the hoodie of gamers. They need to engage with the community, so they need to invest in, college programs for training future esports gamers and scholarship programs and healthcare. Like, they need to help evolve. If they want to be part of that ecosystem, they need to contribute and help them, and not just try to make money off of them by product sponsorship and putting a bottle of Coke on the table when they're playing Overreach or something. But it was really cool. Then that's when, after that, I went to the LG keynote where Dr. IP Park spoke with his first robotic co-speaker, Chloe. It's pretty amazing when she rolled out. If you haven't seen it, I put that clip when Chloe rolled out, and she was like, excuse me, I have to interrupt you, Dr. IP Park. I said, people look concerned because I'm here, and she just rolled out to the center of the stage to say her voice is female. And so it was amazing. It was a pretty natural conversation. So that was interesting how smart voices got in AI, because the conversation was pretty natural. It didn't sound very robotic. Immersive media. So I hope I'm not going too fast. I know I probably am. I'm pretty excited about this. I also know I have to go to the restroom before I can get back in there into the session hall. I'm not getting up. I'm getting a seat near the front, and because I really want to learn all I can about the future of storytelling. So the last panel I went to, or one before the last, was on immersive media. But it was related to sports, but it was still very relevant to me, because the speakers were Michael Davies of Fox Sports, William Dunn of NFL, Danny Keynes of NextVR, Sandra Lopez of Intel, and Jeff Reese of Yahoo Sports and Verizon Media Group. And they were talking about how we don't need just immersive media. We're just like, put on a VR headset, meet your favorite team, or a virtual tour, but they're saying, how do you personalize it so that people keep showing up? How do you personalize it? Check the chat again. I think I have to check it on my phone. I'm going to check it on my phone for you guys. Hang on. Just to make sure I'm not missing any questions as I speed through this. And then we'll get back into how you can personalize immersive media, or what they're thinking of doing. And by the way, you can share this broadcast out. So if you're watching live on YouTube, you can absolutely share this out to Twitter or Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Oh, look, Intel said, we hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't, stop by sometime this week to explore more immersive media we're showcasing at our Intel booth. Intel said that. Thanks, Intel. I love the interaction. And by the way, if you guys send me a message on Messenger, like on Facebook, so find Rocky Nash Live, then that automatically subscribes you to notifications for when I go live on YouTube. Just wanted to add that little tidbit in there. But we were checking on YouTube just to make sure there's any comments. And thank you for letting me take this little break with you. And so while we're doing that, I'm going to bring up my social screen to make sure that you guys are subscribed here on YouTube and on Snapchat and Twitter and Instagram. So let's see. My channel, it says we are live, and if there's 5 people here, I'm so sorry if I missed your comments. I was talking and talking. It's been a while, so I kind of am excited to talk. So I hope I wasn't talking over you. By the way, I was handing out my new cards. Aren't they cute? Look at this. See? And saves on paper. I can get 2 cards out of 1. Ooh. They are easy to drop though, but they're narrow. These are Moo cards. If you want to know how you can get these for your brand, you can look in the comments below. And I believe I have a referral link where your price range, but I get a small commission for anyone who makes who orders Moo cards through that link. So if you need cute cards like this, go ahead and check that out. Okay, perfect. I've updated my chat screen. I love YouTube Live. Thanks for being here, guys. I definitely missed you, and it really is hard getting back in the saddle after you haven't live streamed, but I had a lot of encouragement from you guys on Snapchat checking in on me, like, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I'm just in school, or yes, I just got my licensing. I gotta be paired with a school to teach. I was teaching for about 6 months. Now I have more flexibility to maybe teach only 4 times or 7 days per month, and then the rest will be capturing VR experiences. I love this. Thanks, YouTube. This is so convenient. Okay, back to the notes. Personalized immersive media, real-time scores, being able to walk the field of your favorite team or your favorite stadium. Did you know 1994 was the first real-time score on a Unix operating system? Like, I was in high school. It's amazing. Bleeding edge tech. Fans want the flexibility and freedom of choice. And 5 years immersive media, volumetric media. I don't know what I was writing there, but I was super excited, so I probably left something out. Standing on the stage for a concert or in the field with your favorite team. Okay, that made sense. I should know what I was doing there. Okay, and the last session, I'm tired. The last session that I went to today, so we're on day 2 right now. I just left from the what was it called? It's on the future. Oh, storytellers. So the discussion explores technology's impact on storytelling from a female perspective. So I went. Jenna Blaha of Elle Magazine, the digital version, Claudine of Instagram, Karen of HP, and Wendy she's a media influencer, a fashion influencer. Checked out her channel, it's pretty awesome. I followed her. And she had a really amazing story, which is what she was basically saying, is to reimagine the possibilities of storytelling. And nowadays, people don't want to see fake anymore or heavily curated advertising or marketing, because that's what we've been used to seeing. It's basically saying, make your marketing, and like this live stream, how many times have I made a mistake or out of this when you're posting? And I'll see you guys soon on social media, on Snapchat. Let's take a snap together since I'm here. Oh wait, it was shaky. I have to do it one more time. Okay, and that's where I'm going to tell you guys, don't forget, subscribe on YouTube, and I'll see you on Snapchat. Bye guys. I'll let you know how the rest of the day goes, if I head over to Las Vegas Convention Center, or if I just stay here at Aria and then enjoy the beautiful restaurant I showed you guys on Instagram. Check it out. It's really pretty.